Alright, so here's just another little thing I've decided to set up. Because if you take a look to the room studio as we set up together in the previous lesson, you can see that we have three lights. The top is pointing to the double of each of these panels. So if you have 100 to 100, you actually have 200, and if you have 200 and 200, you have 400, and that makes them actually less on each side depending on what the top is pointing down the sphere. Um, and already we can see a bit of bugs in Eevee, and it's not only in Eevee, but it's mostly in all the rendering software. You really want to make sure that, okay, let's say I have this sphere, okay, and you can see that the from the standpoint it works. So you have the right, the left, the top lights, and just we added a point light here, okay. So if I remove it, right, it still works, but I have a point light that points a spherical dimension from here. But if I'm going to my sphere here, let's move this one top a little bit more so we can see where I'm going with it. Right, so here you see you have three reflection spotlights, okay. Inside of your sphere material, if you open the node shader, you can say I've put it the metallic to 1, but even if I decrease it, it's gonna blend weirdly between the root material and the metallic one. That's why I put metallic to 1, so I could see the refraction of lights on my material. You could start to mess around with the roughness, but still, here you go, okay? You see what I mean by here. So here we can see our top, left and right spotlights, our top light, which is spherical, and we have the spotlight, okay? So if we take a look, we have the left and right real light, which is our white. We have our point light we just had, and our top light, which is blue. That makes sense. But the problem with these kinds of rendering setting, and if you want to make some PBR, is that if you move it, look how weird they behave. Okay? You see? They kind of rotate around it, but yeah, it's kind of weird, you know. You can see if we put this one, okay, super back to the wall, the reflection of the light is happening. So our triangle is following the good logic, but if we move it closer to camera, what happened is this, okay? So it doesn't really reflect the reality of light. Normally you would actually see these spotlight either decrease or increment depending on which direction the ball is going. So if I make an animation starting from this place, okay, let's put our in front in top view, and if I go to wireframe and I place it right here, and if I go to I insert the location and then I move it all the way here, not sure it's gonna work. Let's put it to 160 frames and I move it here. It's gonna be very intense, but just to show the thing I wanted to showcase, okay? Go back to render, then if I hit play, you're gonna see the ball going all the way from here to here, but look at the light, right? It works well on the position upon a sphere, but we want the intensity of the light to bounce on the sphere and change its direction. So, you know, that works well. So if you have the positions of the light really depends on where the lights are start pointing it. So the lights here, we have a bit more, but the intensity stays the same. And this is what I want to explain in the next video.